Namaskar, Adab, Shah Sri Akal, और Khushamdeed. Very, very good evening to all of you people. This is your Master DJ Harsh PM, who is going to talk about how to study in Austria and the opportunities, the benefits associated with studying in Austria, and the entire detail about the country, the job structure there, the current scenario there, their entire economics, and what are the pay structures once you complete your degrees? Are there any scholarships available? What is the average cost of living? How much do the universities charge? What is the scenario of the country? What is the security scenario? Each and everything I'll talk about in today's session in detail. So let's get into the session without wasting much further time, and let's start. So if you have yet not subscribed to this beautiful channel for such great content, I guess you are missing out, isn't it? So kindly subscribe to the channel, and we have a Telegram channel as well for giving a lot of free information flowing there. So you can subscribe to the Telegram channel as well. Link is in the description, and subscribe to this YouTube channel, obviously. Let's get started. Now, first of all, a little description about Austria. So Austria is a country which is around 6,000, more than 6,000 kilometers from India. The average flight time takes around 8.5 hours to reach from India, and the time zone which India is 4.5 hours ahead of Austria. You can say Austria is 4.5 hours behind us. Okay. Now moving forward, Austria is a country in Europe. Capital is Vienna. Mostly like the official language there is German, but a large segment of population knows English there, and English is a daily common used language as well. The currency used there is euro, because it's a country of European Union. So euro is the common currency there, which is around 91 Indian rupees. Fine. Moving forward. Now here comes the first good news, that Austria, the rising study abroad destination for Indian students in the German speaking world. Now the major reason why it is happening, first reason, that it offers a low cost of living. So low living cost is the first option, first reason. Their second is opportunities to work up to 20 hours per week. That's a common thing. And the chance to gain valuable experience through internship and a lot of work available. Now, why am I saying this? Because see this data. Now, this data has been released by the Ministry of External Affairs of India itself. Now, in Austria, there are around 31,000 Indian people staying there. That's great. Means you have a good amount of people representing India there. But the best information is that around 500 Indian students are available there only. Only 500. Means what I wanted to say, that Austria is a country which is offering all such good things, but people are not knowing about it right now too much, because I hope you remember that earlier USA, Canada, so in very starting USA used to offer all such lucrative things, and that's why people across the world started flocking towards USA. Now, then there came a time when USA became overcrowded, and USA stopped the borders, stopped the lucrative facilities, and hence international people stopped going to USA, or it became very difficult for people to go to USA. Then the second best destination came as Canada. Canada were offering great opportunities, great lucrative, alluring things and attractive opportunities there, and people started flocking to Canada. Now again, Canada became overcrowded, so now Canada have closed their borders. So now the quest for a better place, a better country, a better opportunity keeps on going on, and here Austria fits in very beautifully. So Austria has a good landscape, it's a good country, has a good economy, it's a European country, a part of a European Union, has a good and stable economy. English is a widely spoken language. People are very receptive, people are very cooperative there, and the good part is that right now the current population of Indian students staying there or studying there is very less. The country is itself allowing students to come to their country and learn there, and then do job and then do business, whatever they want to, and then contribute to their economy. So this is a good scenario, a win-win situation for both the parties. The country who is welcoming you, who is inviting you, it's a win-win for them, because it's gonna boost their economy, and it's a win-win for that person also who is migrating to that country, because that person will get better opportunities, isn't it? So hence, this scenario is a good one, and that's why I'm very confident and positive about Austria. Now moving forward, let's talk about the living expenses in Austria, which is not too high. So housing and rent allowance is somewhere around 250 to 400 euros, which is around 22,000 to 36,000, an average cost of living even in the metro cities of India. Now food and groceries cost somewhere around 20,000, 18 to 20,000. Transportation is around 4,500, and then utilities like electricity, water, heating, that comes somewhere around 13 to 14,000. And let me tell you, Austria is a cold country. Next is health insurance. So health insurance also comes around 5,000 to 6,000 rupees. Now if you add all of them, you get somewhere around 7 to 8 lakh rupees, or max to max 9 lakh rupees of requirement would be there for you to stay for 1 year in Austria. That's your living expense. So even if I take us like 7.2 or 7.5 lakh as an average, it would be somewhere around 60 to 70,000 which you will be spending there per month. Cool. Now the question comes that whether you'll have to arrange these funds on your own, or are there working opportunities also available. So before talking about that, let's talk about the fee structure of colleges in Austria. And this again is a good part, that public universities, those colleges which are government colleges in Austria, they don't charge a very hefty fees. So it's around 726 euros per semester. For a year it's 1453. Now this 1453 euro converted to Indian national rupees, it's 1.3 lakh rupees. So even in India, 1.3 lakh rupees is a very cheap fees, because in India also you don't get colleges at cost of 1.3 lakh rupees. In fact, the IITs, which are government colleges, they do charge 2.5 lakh rupees per year. And here in Austria, the government colleges are charging 1.3 lakh rupees per year. So this is very cheap. If you get an admission to government college, that's wow, fantastic, isn't it? So the fees is very low. Now, even if you talk about private universities, private universities are also not very hefty when compared with other countries. So they start with 3,000 euro and they go up to 23,000 euros. Now, this is per academic year. If you convert this, it comes somewhere around 2.75 lakh rupees to even 20 or 21 lakh rupees. So if I take an average, like you go to some good private university which has a lower fees, somewhere around 3 to 4 lakh rupees per year, which is average normal fees even in India. So if you go to Austria and you are studying in a foreign university at a cost of 3 to 4 lakh rupees per year, that's not too high, isn't it? So this fees is for private universities, although most of the students do try for public universities, which either like this is very much not a very far-fetched dream. This is possible. You can achieve this as well. Now moving forward, the top universities of Austria. So I have taken the top 10 universities according to QS World Ranking. The first university comes at a world ranking of 151, that is University of Vienna. Second is Vienna University of Technology, then Graz University of Technology, University of Innsbruck, and then University of Linz, University of Klagenfurt, University of Graz, and University of Salzburg. Okay, so all these universities are there. These are the top 10 universities. You can even check out them individually. Now, let's talk about that how much you would be able to earn there by working part-time. So 20 hours per week is allowed, and the average per hour wage is around 8 to 12 euros. Converted to an annual payout, it would be somewhere around 7 lakh rupees to 11 lakh rupees, or 10 lakh even if you could take. So if I assume 7 to 11 beach ka figure, something in between. So if I take a 9 lakh rupees, so 9 lakh rupees if you are able to earn, by the way, this is bare minimum. Obviously, if you are a little more intelligent, you would be able to make a pretty good amount, much higher than this. Okay, so that's like around 12 lakh, 15 lakh, or 18 lakh. That is very much possible. But even if I take 9 lakh rupees, so your living expense was somewhere around 8 to 9 lakh rupees. So like 8 lakh is a good amount. And now 8 lakh rupees and 1 lakh rupees. So 9 or 9.5 lakh rupees. This much you would be able to generate through your own working your own part-time working. This much you would be able to earn. And with this you would be able to fund your own living expense and your studying expense if you are studying in a public university. So this is very much possible. Now moving forward, although if it is not possible, or say for example you did not land in a public university, now what? So if you have to fund your education, what will you do? So there are a lot of scholarships also available. That's a good part. So like MCI scholarship, which is for University of Innsbruck, which I was talking about right now, the third number university. So there 3 scholarships are available. First is high potential scholarship. So here for all bachelor's and master's program, the scholarship gets covered. 50% of the tuition fees gets covered for the entire duration of your studies. Second, science and technology scholarship. Here for engineering and life sciences discipline only, 50% of the tuition fees gets covered for your entire duration. So even in public universities, if your 50% fees gets covered, like 1.5 lakh rupees is the fees, so 75,000 only you have to pay for 1 year. And rest, the living expense, very easily you can work out that through your part-time expense, like part-time earning opportunities. Clear? Now, MCI merit-based scholarship for all bachelor's and master's degree, here up to almost 90% of your tuition fees gets covered. So if you get covered in any of these three, your entire education is like almost taken care. And about your living expense, that you can take care through your own part-time working, isn't it? Now moving forward, next is helmet with stipend for female master's student in computer science, TUVAN. Now, this is a scholarship only for female candidates, and that too studying in masters in computer science stream. So if you are studying for computer science masters, you will get 7,000 euro per year, which is around 6.37 lakh rupees every year. And your entire tuition fees would also be waived off. Means this much is your pocket money. Kind of living expense would be taken care by this. So this is to promote female students in the field of computer science, and this is for master's degree. Now similarly, Education Future International Scholarship. Now this scholarship is valid for UG and PG program. Now this scholarship is not restricted to Austria only or universities of Austria. This is a scholarship for all Indian students who are planning to study abroad. Any country, whatever you wish for. So this is a common scholarship. Here this is valid for UG and PG programs. Indian national with a valid Indian passport, 60% in 10th and 12th. And then applicant should reflect that they lack means of self-funding. Means you should be in a need for this scholarship. It should not, it's not purely academic based, it's academic plus need based. Next is fund himself at least 50% through an educational loan. The value of each scholarship ranges between 2 lakh to 10 lakh rupees, Indian rupees. So the scholarship would be between 2 lakh to 10 lakh rupees, and the rest amount you should be able to fund through your education loan. Cool. Now deadline to apply for this scholarship is 28th of February 2025, in case if you are willing to go for this. Next, if you still need more scholarship details, this is the website which I have referred with. You can even refer to this website for getting the entire details about scholarships. Cool. Now, Austria also has one more program which is run by the government itself, which is called as Student Exchange Program. Now, in the Student Exchange Program, what happens? Undergraduate and graduate students from non-European universities, like Indian universities, interested in spending a semester or two at Austrian University of Applied Sciences, then they can spend 4 to 10 months. And for this, they would be given a monthly stipend of around 1.18 lakh rupees, with which they can cover their living expenses in Austria. And exchange students only who are studying a master's program at a university, a bachelor's program at a university of the defined countries, like India is a defined country for them, and have successfully completed at least 4 semesters, means at least 2 years by the time of taking the grant. Like in your home country, you should have completed at least 2 years so that you will be eligible for this student exchange program. Cool. So this is also one of the opportunity which you can actually see if you are studying in a college right now. Okay. Now moving forward, what are the admission requirements if you wish to go for Australia and public universities or private universities? What do they ask for? So they ask equivalent secondary school leaving certificate, like your 12th passing certificate. Then German or English proficiency. If you are going for a college or a university where English, the entire curriculum is taught in English, then English proficiency is fine, like IELTS or TOEFL. But if the university gives the education in German language, then you have to take test DAF. Test DAF is the proficiency test for German. Now, University of Vienna or all the top universities, they have an IELTS requirement of almost average 6 to 6.5. One of the university has a requirement of 7, which is Graz University of Technology. Otherwise, most of them do have a university requirement of 6 to 6.5. Now, a few more things you need to show them. First is your offer letter. Like you need to show them the offer letter, then only Austrian visa would be you would be able to apply for that visa. You need to show them the offer letter. Then you need to show them proof of funds. Now, what is this proof of funds? So, if you are a candidate who is below 24 years of age, like 18 to 24, in between that, then you need to show them that you have 46,000 rupees, Indian rupees, and into 12. Like they need a proof that 46,000 rupees is the average living cost which the government of Austria assumes that a person will be needed if he or she stays in Austria. So if I assume that this is 50,000, you need to show 50,000 into 12. Like you will be able to stay in Austria for at least 1 year without any external support. So 50,000 into 12, that gives me a total 6 lakh rupees. So you need to show them that in your bank account you have a 6 lakh rupees of corpus staying with you. So if you have 6 lakh rupees, then only they will allow you a visa. Now, if you are a student who is above 24 years of age, then you need to show 84,000 into 24. Means roughly you can say 84,000 into 12, that's around 10 lakh rupees. So if you are a student of above 24 years of age, you need to show 10 lakh rupees in your bank account, otherwise 6 lakh rupees in your bank account. Then only visa would be given. Now, accommodation proof also. So before going to Austria, you need to work out an accommodation. You can do that very easily over internet because a lot of startups are there which would be helping you in getting an accommodation in Austria. Next is health insurance. So that also you can buy very easily online. Language certification, that's IELTS or TOEFL or test DAF, and then a passport which you will be having either way. Otherwise you won't be able to go to anywhere. Fine. So these are the requirements for Austrian visa. Cool. I hope you understood that. So that was all about Austrian study plan and the requirements by the Austrian government for a visa. So I do think that this looks a pretty lucrative option of studying abroad. Although I have tried covering most of the points, but still if I would have not been able to cover any point, do let me know in the comment box. So now the last part is that average annual salary in Austria. So if you're a software engineer earns somewhere around 64 lakh rupees per annum as an average earning of a software developer. Similarly, for data scientists, it's 81 lakh rupees, engineering 65 lakh, finance 41 lakhs, medical doctors or surgeon 85 lakh rupees per annum, which is pretty huge and pretty lucrative because you have already seen that the cost of living in Austria is not that high. Even 60 to 70,000 needed, government is assuming 50,000 is needed. Even if you live a lucrative life, even if you spend like 1 to 2 lakh rupees per month, that makes a total of 24 lakh rupees. So if you are earning 64 lakh and you are spending 24 lakhs living lavishly, you still save 40 lakh rupees. Even if the government takes taxes, something of that sort, 10, 15 lakhs, whatever they want to take, you'll be still having 25 to 30 lakhs rupees of saving with you. And which is pretty good amount if you're starting your career. So that's why I found this information very useful and I thought of sharing this information with you so that you can also get benefited from this. Fine. So ladies and gentlemen, that was all for this session. I hope you loved and enjoyed the session. If that is the case, do let me know in the comment box. I would be very happy listening to your comments. Now at the same time, if you need any other further assistance, any other further video on any other topic, any other country, any other college, do let me know in the comment box. With this, it's time to say a goodbye. See you all in the next session. Till then, bye-bye. Take care. Good night.